First, I want to say, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not crazy. Am I crazy? Maybe a little bit. But you certainly are not crazy. I want to talk about something very near and dear to me, and that's mental health services. If you're clicking on this and you see this video, you know who I am. Coach Teemac. I'm here in the building. I'm here in the ocean. I'm here coming to you live from the Dominican Republic, from the beaches in the DR, specifically Puerto Plata. Yes, stay tuned for retreats and seminars and getaways that will be made available through Coach Teemac. You can come and enjoy the beauty and also get some marriage enrichment, life enrichment, stress management, resources and services, all from Coach Teemac, right here at CoachTeemac.com. Mini commercial. But no, yeah, but that is coming. No, seriously. Soon I'll have links and all that, so you can come and see me personally. You can, well, you'll see. Just wait for the commercial. You can come here, you can have sessions, and you can also enjoy the beauty of the VR all in one spot with me. Yes. But let me go back to what I'm talking about. Let me go back into what I'm saying. I want to say, no, you're not. You are not crazy. Statistically speaking, on average worldwide, about 3 out of 10 people meet the criteria or have characteristics consistent with some type of mental health challenge, diagnosis, or illness. That's millions of people. Not just tens of millions, hundreds, worldwide. Do your research. I'm not going to throw stats at you because that's not my vein, that's not my lane, that's not how. Now, I will tell you that I have done studying, research, I'm licensed, have all that kind of stuff, but that's not what this is. That's not what these videos are. These videos I'm doing, these are the warm-ups. These are to get you to relax and see that there's nothing wrong with you, that mental health is okay, because millions of people around the world are getting mental health support or qualify for it, and that's why I'm really doing this too. Let me slow that part down. I got excited. What am I doing? Slow this thing down, Tony. I'm hoping you're seeing this and you have thought about it. You were hoping it was there. You were not sure it existed. And now you know for sure there is a place for me where I can get mental health support, even online. And we can sign up. You can go to Coach Teemac, go to the website, everything, sign up for services. We can do video chats. We can do phone call, text and message. We can do all that kind of stuff. We can even set up, like I said, one-on-one sessions, all the above. But what I'm hoping is going to happen is that you'll see there's nothing wrong with you per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might be something that you're going through right now. I don't want to minimize it. I don't want to make it seem like it's not serious, it's not strong. What I'm saying is it's not as uncommon as we think it is. Like, so many times we think, oh, I'm the only person going through this. We say stuff like, don't nobody else know what it's like, or nobody else understands. Like, we say that kind of stuff a lot, but it's not true. That's what I'm telling you. Coach Teemac, Toma McMillan, is telling you. Do your research, go out there and look, ask any mental health provider. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go online. There's so many mental health organizations that exist, and they have pamphlets and brochures that will explain to you almost, on the average, 3 out of 10 people right now either qualify for or could and should receive mental health support. And my call to action right now is for those of you that are not. How many of you right now are seeing this? What they say, maybe you're right. Put something in the box below. Message below, because it's on YouTube. You can comment. Please comment. Put an F for first time. Put an F and an exclamation point for first time actually considering mental health. That's what this video is for you. This whole series of videos is for you. You to see that there's nothing wrong with you, and that you and millions of other people right now either are getting or qualify for or should be getting. That's the main thing I'm more concerned about, is how we see on the news. We see with other social media platforms, people that are dying. People are committing suicide. People are hurting other people. And they don't have any mental health support. they definitely do have a mental health background. They have a mental health file, they have a case file, all that kind of stuff, however you want to say that. But my major concern and my outcry is for those that don't. And right now, like you're really struggling right now. You're upset right now. You're angry right now. You're either now. There's the major two categories are depression and anxiety. There's others that people qualify for. The other ones that kind of are subtle, are more personality type, like. But I'm focusing right now with this first video right now on anxiety and depression. Anxiety falls in the category of stress, worry, and fear. Depression is in the category of falls on, or can be better described as sadness and feeling down, feeling low. Like if you feel that way, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to make it very clear that I'm not saying if you just feel bad one time or you're a little bit scared of something, stuff like that. Like the majority of people that have mental health diagnoses or meet the qualification of mental health diagnoses is something that is either traumatic happening to you or it has happened in the past. For the majority of people that meet those criteria, there has been a traumatic event in their life. Now, I'm not saying anybody that goes through trauma meets the criteria. What I'm saying is that the majority of people that have these diagnoses have went through or have experienced something that's very traumatic in their life. It doesn't have to be traumatic in anybody else. I'm talking about for you. It was like life-altering, life-changing. That's why I have such an affinity for the military, because what people don't realize is you literally have to have like a second life. It's family first, military second. Family first, military second. And because that's that lifestyle, that's that training, that's the culture, when you come back to, quote unquote, when you have to become a civilian again, when you come to the real world, a lot of those adjustments are very challenging. And that makes it a traumatic event, without going and being too technical. But some of us are just naturally worried. We're naturally anxious. We're naturally fearful. Some of us are just naturally, down, sullen. Some of us are just naturally sad. That doesn't mean you meet the criteria for the diagnosis either. This is what I want you to hear. I'm hoping it's very clear. And also why you know you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. In order to be, or to fit the criteria, or to fall into the category, or to know if you really need help, is if the anxiety, anxiousness, worrying, or fear, or sadness, if it alters your life. If it's difficult for you to do your regular, everyday functioning, then please talk to somebody. Talk to a mental health professional. You don't have to be CoachTeemac or CaochTeemac. Talk to somebody. If you find it hard to do the regular, everyday stuff, like let's say go to sleep, if it's hard for you to go to work, if it's difficult for you to be around certain people, if you get very anxious and very worried and you have to do something a certain way over and over again, and you almost have what people say like a breakdown, where there's a meltdown, where you have this flood of emotion, this flood of thoughts, and they're out of control, to where you lose a sense of what is control. You lose a sense of what is normal for you. You lose a sense of what is quote-unquote rational, or you have thoughts and ideas that can harm yourself or harm somebody else. Please reach out to a mental health professional. Call someone. You can call 911. You don't realize this. Calling 911, they will connect you to a mental health professional and get you mental health support. Especially if you're having those thoughts that you want to hurt yourself or harm yourself, you don't want to live anymore, or something is happening, or somebody's harming you, or if you believe they're harming you and you see that there's a threat and you want to get some support, call that. That's one of the basic ways, a very basic way. Call 911 to get some help. But I want you to do a self-analysis, especially those of you that put that F in that category in the comment section. If you put an F down there, I want you to look at your life and look at the different parts of your life. And if there's like a barrier or a wall, something that's impeding your progress, and it's coming from within, not a physical, because we're going to get to that too, but mentally within the way that you think about things, the way that you process things, the way that you analyze, the way that you define, the way that you ascribe or put meaning on things. If the way that you're doing that keeps you from being successful, keeps you from having a job, keeps you from having a family, keeps you from being able to sleep, keeps you from being able to think about one thing for more than 2 or 3 minutes, if it's difficult for you to just focus and concentrate for 2 or 3 minutes, then I strongly recommend reach out to somebody. There is support out there. That's what I'm saying. There's such a wide, man, there's so much going on, but millions of people have something happening. And especially if there's something like a death in your family, like a divorce, somebody died. And I'm getting to this part right here. I want to talk about this. If you had a diagnosis, if somebody told you you had 3 months to live, if somebody told you that you could die tomorrow, that is a traumatic event. That's very traumatic. If somebody tells you that you probably will die, that's life altering. That information alters, just by hearing that, alters where you are. And even if you're okay that somebody told you that, I still want to recommend that you talk to somebody. Because this is something that is not really pushed out there, and I'm going to take some time to slow this part down. Many physical ailments, with the medicines that they prescribe, there's a side effect to it that has a mental health challenge. Many medications, that's why it's good to talk to your physician, talk to your psychiatrist, talk to your doctor that is prescribing the medications. Look at the side effects to see if it says there's an increase in depression, increase in anxiety. Ask those type of questions, because some of us may have a diagnosis where the medication that we're given will also help or contribute to us having a mental health challenge. And if you're just only getting the medical help and you're not getting the mental health help, you're not getting the mental health support, then that will make your treatment and your recovery be more challenging, because there's a part of you right now, or part of your life, or part of your treatment that's not being accurately supported. So if you have a diagnosis, if you've been diagnosed with diabetes, well, don't let me say that. Yes, you've been diagnosed with heart disease, you've been diagnosed with cholesterol, you've been diagnosed with cancer, you've been diagnosed with, I don't know all the diagnoses. I'm just naming some that I know that are just coming with people that I know that's in my family, that's in my life. Like, my grandmother passed away from cancer. I have other uncles who passed away from cancer. Like, come on, like, I'm not acting like I'm a medical doctor. No. What I'm saying is, when you have that type of a medical diagnosis, it alters you, it changes you. It changes your life. Your life is never the same again after you have those type of diagnosis. All right, so I had to change the scenery. I wanted to make sure you could hear me. I wanted to slow it down just a little bit more, because I was talking about comorbidity. That's one of those terms, one of those words that's like, what is he talking about? But I want to keep that background. Look at that. Y'all see that? Man, it's amazing. Hope you can hear me clearly. But I wanted to focus on and make sure that I didn't run past that. There's different type of diagnosis. Even something that I have not talked about is there's a strong chance that there's, what's the word for it? Let's say there's something else going on. When I say something else going on, I can say this, that let's say there's substance abuse. If there is substance abuse, then that's comorbidity. That's a totally separate, different diagnosis, but it also fits in the area of mental health support. When you have a substance abuse issue or dependency issue, then that's also a mental health issue. So when you have those things going on in your life, you just had a diagnosis, you have the medication you're taking, and if you also have had a substance abuse or substance dependence history, or you just know you smoke or drink or use drugs on a regular basis, and you try to stop and then you can't, I can't believe it. Welcome to the DR, baby! Wow. Anyway, So as you can see, while all this beautiful stuff is going on, you also have these other things that are going on around me. But I want to stay focused. I want to really talk about this because you might have a mental health diagnosis, you might have a medical diagnosis, and you might have a substance abuse issue all going on at the same time. If you have one of them, I strongly recommend that you get support on all of them, okay? I want you to just rule them out, because that's what happens a lot of times is maybe we might have one of them and we know we're getting support for that one part, but we don't get support for all the other parts. And we're like, oh, I can handle that, or I can do this, instead of just going to a doctor, going to a professional, getting somebody like myself who is licensed, who can diagnose, who can assess, or go to your doctor, go to a psychiatrist or psychologist, go to a professional. I'm hoping that's what these videos do more than anything. It will provoke you to go seek professional support and just rule it out. Just go and find out for sure. That way you can go ahead and join the other millions of us out here that meet the criteria, or millions of us that have had some type of mental health support, mental health diagnosis. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You're not stupid. You're not an idiot. Whatever, any type of negative thought that you can connect to any type of mental health support, it's not true. It's a false. It's an idea. It's a paradigm. It's a thought. It's a way of thinking that limits you and is preventing you from getting the support that you need or that you should have. Please get the support. I'm advocating, I'm pushing, I want you to, I'm hoping. That's why I kind of sat down. I'm like rethinking it now because now the street got busy. It's like lunchtime here or something. I don't even know what time it is here, but oh man, and I'm doing this video, but I know y'all can still hear me. I just know there's other background noises and that can be frustrating. So I'm still doing this though. I'm not stopping. I won't stop. This has to come out. I just want to strongly encourage you. Take the time to look within yourself, talk to your professional, and really see, okay, is this just one day I'm sad, one day I'm anxious, or like maybe something happened and I'm a little nervous to drive. I had an episode, I had a moment. That happens. What I'm saying is, take the time to find out. If it definitely persists, if it goes for more than a day or two, if it goes more than a week, if it goes more than a month, talk to somebody. That's it. You might be going through, or you might be having an episode, or you might be having something that meets the criteria for mental health support. And what I don't want you to do is continue to fight on your own, continue to fight by yourself, saying stuff like, I can do this, I don't need any help, or, blah, blah, blah. Whatever we say to keep us in those walls, or in those barriers, in those rooms within ourselves, where we're fighting alone and those battles get very tough. Please, give other people that care about you a chance to support you. People like me that do this because they know that their lives are made to help other people, to support other people. Give me a chance to support you. Reach out to me. Say, Toma, I'm not sure. CoachTeemac, I'm not sure. I just want to talk to you to make sure I should talk to somebody. We can do that. Message me, email me, put comments or something. Reach out to me. I don't have no problem doing that either. Even if you just want to say, Toma, I'm not sure. CoachTeemac, I'm not sure. I just want to talk to you. That's why I'm doing these videos. That's one reason why they're free too. I want everybody to just take that time to look within yourself, take that time to assess yourself, or to just take a moment. Say, what's going on? What just happened to me? What did I just go through? That's another thing too. Many times we're not being honest with ourselves about what we're experiencing. We're not being honest with ourselves about what we're going through and what happened to us. And we try to say, oh, let's just put it in this box. Let's just put it somewhere and we'll get over it. If you heard stuff like that, if you felt like that, like I'm just going to get over this, or I'll get through this. Like we say something like, just get through it. Just get over it. Just move on. How? That's where the support comes in. That's where somebody like me, a professional, comes in to support you in the how. That's what I'm in the how business. I'm in the instructing, guiding, teaching, supporting in the how process. How do I get there, Toma? How do I get there, CoachTeemac? How do I improve? How do I enhance? How do I get that support? How do I help myself? How do I allow myself to receive help from others? Maybe that's part of why somebody say, you need to see this video, because your tail, your hind parts, you don't listen to people. You don't want to listen. So please, don't listen to me. Just listen to the words that I'm saying. You don't have to say, Coach Teemac told me. Just allow the words that I'm saying to resonate with you. Listen to what I'm saying and just take a moment and say, would it hurt me to reach out and get some support? Would it hurt me to get another opinion or another perspective from a mental health professional or medical professional that deals with this stuff all the time, that deals with this on a regular basis? So I just want to encourage you, please, don't just sweep it under the rug. Don't just brush by it. Don't just say, okay, I'm all right, I'll be all right. You say all the time. You're worth the investigation. You're worth the time that it takes. You're worth reaching out for the support. Because what I don't want to happen is I don't want to hear from your family members. I don't want to hear that you were in some type of a bad situation because you never reached out and you never took advantage of an opportunity to get more support. Allow yourself to see what it's like. At least you can say, man, I'm glad I don't, or I'm glad I'm not, or man, or whoo, I'm so glad I did, because now my life is so much better. This is one more caveat I'm going to add. Every medication that we take, let me say it this way. Just because you take the medication doesn't mean that you don't have to do the mental work. So even if you're taking medication to support you with the mental health challenge, also do the mental health work. It's like doing the exercise, doing the work. People just took steroids and set it in the house. They're going to get a little bit bigger, but not much. But once you take once you take that supplement, whatever that thing is to make yourself get better or stronger with your muscles, if you just sit in the house and you don't work out, you don't do anything, you might get a small improvement, if any. But imagine, or there's researchers data that shows when you also mix that supplement with the work. Put in the work, build your mind, build your self-esteem, build your work, build your intellect, build who you are up, get an understanding of who you are, and use that to strengthen your resolve to fight from within. You don't have to fight from without all the time. That's one of the challenges too, I think, is that we're so used to looking for ways to fight outside. We're fighting out and not fighting from within. Build courage, build esteem, build worth, build perspective. That's a mental health muscle. Those are mental health muscles that we can build up. That's for another section. I'm not going to go all into that right now, but I want to say thank you so much. Take the time, reach out for help, get the support. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not bad. You're not, it doesn't matter what word I use to fill in that. You're not that. You can be whoever you want to be. You can become, get the support, get the help, reach out, find out for sure, rule out, all that kind of stuff. But please don't miss or omit the opportunity to build yourself up and to grow in your mental understanding of who you are and the kind of supports that you might need to enhance the quality of life, especially if you got dreams and goals. There might be something that's going on within you right now, but if you just get a little mental health support, it'll aid you in the progress towards reaching those goals and those dreams for your life. Thank you so much. It's Coach Teemac. I hope you click, like, share, comment, all the above. Get the word out there. Mental health support is so good. It's an almost must. Remember, there are millions of people like you, millions of people like us that are currently getting mental health support and or qualify for. There are other millions who just sit at home or they're going through it quietly and silently and not getting help. This video is for you. Please don't just sit there and go through this struggle. Don't go through this challenge. Don't go through this fight alone. Don't do it by yourself. We're here to support you. CoachTeemac.com. I'm out.